Hello guys, welcome to iTutor Academy. Today's session we will discuss the continuation of Unit 12. So that is fifth section of Unit 12, role of culture. So what's the role of culture in business organizations? The role of organization culture works wonders. Three most important contributions are give directions to the conduct of the business, redefine the intra-organizational line of communication, encouraging new idea development, high employee engagement and healthy turnover intention, if at all it is inevitable. The strength of organizational culture determines the longevity of employee employer relation. A Glassdoor study of 2021 unfolded two vital findings. One is 77% adults evaluate a company's culture before applying to its current opening. And second one is 56% value culture over compensation. The compensation package offered by Tisco is relatively lower than many of its competitors despite of the difference in package. Tisco is preferred over others due to its tall time tested commitments. So, the customer satisfaction obsession is the culture of Amazon, hence is preferred by the fast paced multiple talented obsession workers as the dream of Bezos and founder of Amazon is the dream aspiration and culture for all Amazonians. An organization strive to build strong and productive culture. The benefit of its are follows. Better alignment of the company's vision, mission and goals. Second one is high employee engagement and steadfast loyalty. And third one is enable team cohesive inter-department and intra-departments, and consistency and coordination become well groomed, decreasing the exercise of control behavior at workplace. Happy employee brings in and create happy customers. Okay, if employees को अच्छा atmosphere मिलना चाहिए for their work. Okay, that's the culture of an organization. It will increase the productivity and customer satisfaction also. Second is developing organizational culture. The development of organizational culture has seen many topsy-turvies. In 1970s, it was a absolute my way or highway. The freedom of sharing of opinion was considered as a sin. Visionary leaders changed the way of perception after careful retrospection to the current stature of the nurturing organizational culture. The various ways in which this concept was formed are discussed below. First one is leaders' behavior in the past were studied and understood to develop a culture on the guidelines of the understanding. Live lessons learned from critical incidents and a culture has been built to equip with better preparedness. The need of maintaining an effective working nexus within the member, thereby creating values and expectations. Next is external environment might have induced the need of an internal ecosystem in turn establishing a culture for the organization. And last one is the passage of time has expedited the requirement in many unique ways, hence making a close knit surrounding the culture. And next portion is type of organizational culture. What are the type of organizational culture? Defining the type of organizational culture is an exciting time travel as culture are unique to every organization. The typology of organizational culture has passed through many landmarks. A snapshot of the journey is given below. And that is Farmhouse and Randall's strong and weak culture. Farmhouse and Randall have given the simplest classification by categorizing culture into two basic groups. One is strong culture and weak culture. Strong culture. Here the employee responses are invariably aligned with that of the organizational values. Organization with such a culture enjoy a friction-free work environment. The high alignment enables the organization make sustainable substantial execution with some minor adjustments, and clear acceptance of culture beautifies the organization aura and empowers the employee with the crystal clear vision. Next is weak culture. Weak culture is little or inappropriate alignment with the values. Deliver a weak culture Counterproductive friction is the obvious bottleneck while encountering even the slightest change or challenge. And the next is weak culture often attracts increased requirement of control, making the entire journey highly stressful. And the next is Handy's fourfold typology. Handy has offered four distinguished type of organizational cultures after a careful analysis. The power culture. An individual's power rules over the power of a committee. In this culture, power is centrally placed, demanding an informal influences coupled with a submissive approach to get any work done. And next is the role culture. Well laid formal rules and ambiguous role are the characteristic feature of this culture. Individual security, stability and predictability is ensured as a function of role clarity. And next is the task culture. Efficiency is achieved by the effective utilization of organization's resources, deeming to the completion of the assigned job task. In this type of organizational culture, this is a change driven culture. The person culture, individual plays the vital role in this culture. Here organization works towards the development of its employees. Highly decentralized power play is delivered with shared line of influence. Its existence in the real organizational context will definitely prove to be a phenomenal feature of the organizational culture. Okay, here is one chart, that is competing value framework. Then other market is there, hierarchy is there, so you can just see the from your MMPC 001 materials. Okay, that's chart, you can study. Next is the placement of the attribute result in four distinct culture in from the matrix. They are clan culture. The clan culture is internal focus and integration of flexibility at workplace is the skeleton of the clan culture. It is a people focused culture. Its work ambience is highly collaborative and horizontal in nature, making the company work like a big happy family. It is action oriented and ultra flexible in nature. Example, Tata Steel. Second is advocacy culture. Urge for differentiation coupled with an external focus when forged with flexibility result in an advocacy culture. Creating cutting edge through continuous innovation is the salient feature of the culture. The go-getters and risk takers find a good fit here. It contributes high profit as a result of relentless creativity, hence justifies professional growth opportunities. That is example is Amazon. And next is market culture. Keeping an intact differentiation while ensuring a strong hold on stability gives rise to a market culture. Result oriented profitability driven mindset. DNA is deep rooted in this culture. It stresses on the health of the bottom line through reaching target and setting next higher target. Creating differentiation is the unchallenged focus of this culture. Example, Apple. And next is hierarchy culture. Great internal focus and strong belief on control provides stability, stagnancy, resulting in a hierarchy culture. Maintaining of a clear line of command and adherence to the traditional corporate structure are the four forts of this culture. It gives ample amount of stability but makes them frugal towards uncertainties and highly risk adverse. Rigidity of hierarchy often struggles creativity and time bound innovative ideas. Okay, and next is the nature and belief system of an organization makes them fall into any one of the four categories. With the globalization of business, an organization may also contain different cultures under its aegis. The mosaic organization culture provides flexibility and better work ethos to the organization. And next is cultural dimensional theory. The Great Foster developed a framework which was widely used to acknowledge the cross-cultural communication. This framework describes relationship between society, culture and its effect on values of members of society. Originally, he started with four dimensions. They were individualism, collectivism, uncertainty avoidance, power distance and masculinity femininity. Later, fifth dimension, long-term orientation, was added. In 2010, Hofstede added a sixth and last dimension, that is indulgence versus self-restraint. Individualism versus collectivism, that is IDV, the extent to which people in a society are integrated into groups. Individualism describes loose knitted social system where every individual is concerned for himself or nearest family member. On the other hand, collectivism is tightly knitted social system where people are concerned not only for themselves but also for the other member of the group which they belong, and even protect them. Next is uncertainty avoidance index, that is UAI. This index defines society's tolerance of ambiguity, where people accept or reject an event of something which is not known, not expected, or away from status quo. And the next is masculinity versus femininity. Masculinity means society's preference for achievement, heroism, assertiveness, and material reward. Feminism represents cooperation, modesty, concern for weak, and quality of life. Women in feminine society are equally caring and modest towards men. In masculine society, women are more ardent and competitive but less ardent than men. Okay. Next is long term orientation versus short term orientation, that is LTO. The dimension explains linkage of the past with the recent and future challenge. Short term orientation or lower degree of index means traditions are followed and steadfastness is valued. Next is country with short term orientation realize little or no economic development, unlike a country with the long term orientation. And last one is intelligence versus restraint. The dimension is essentially a measure of happiness, which whether or not simple joy are fulfilled. Intelligence is defined as a society that for allow relatively free gratification of basic and natural human desires related to enjoying life and having fun. Its counterpart is defined as a society that controls gratification of needs, and regulates it by means of strict social norms. Indulgent societies believe themselves to be in control of their own life and emotion. Restrained societies believe other factors dictate their life and emotions. Okay, so that's about today's video. And next video we will discuss the continuation of unit 12, that is traits of a great organizational culture. Okay, if you have any doubt you can just pinpoint on comment, and otherwise you can contact on our contact number also. So that's about today's session. Thank you so much.